safer world is possible, and together we can and will make it happen. Thank you.
When you show up in community, you find that group that makes you feel like home, but oftentimes you also find yourself again.
I've just mentioned Meghan, this is all of these classic stories about Meghan, that she asks to be announced as she enters the room. So you've got to say, ladies and gentlemen, the Duchess of Sussex.
I'm not having that because I've read all of this and she doesn't ask, but yes, the article does say that twice they announce her. Now, it doesn't say that she's asking for this, but I was speaking to Jim saying, well, is that not royal protocol that you do announce the Duchess of Sussex?
It could be stitching her up. I don't know. What do you think? Chizzy, what do you like?
Please, leave Meghan alone.
Do you think you're going to ever have her on the show and who is this?
I'd love to have her on the show.
No, but I mean, have her as a picture and say, look, anyone know who this is?
We have had her, actually. Yeah, in a game where you had to, in a yes-no game.
Oh, yeah.
Where you had to guess who it was. Yeah, we have had her. I think
you think she's being bullied?
I think, it's like, people just, I mean, the thing is with Meghan, for me, personally, is whatever she does doesn't pay my mortgage. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? And all these sources say, I mean, who are these sources who said this, that she asked to be announced?
Well, the actual article, they were there to journalists.
My only issue is that she does bring a certain amount of this. So, because she signed the deal with Netflix to do the stuff which is based purely on who she is. So therefore, there are those, and I agree with you actually. I'm like, let her be, let her do her thing. But there are those who will make a living out of having these comments and say, well, is it really this? And I think that there are some aspects to, behaviours which are a little bit odd, but there are lots of people who behave.
A-listers who the
But I just think that in order for her programmes to be successful, otherwise, be interesting, be good, and they just have
Well, there are days we've mentioned Meghan comes up and it completely explodes in the studio. It's just one of those things where it does...
We love to talk about it.
Yeah, there's a Marmite thing. Chizzy, I want you to mention this car. The car. Vegemite.
Hello and a warm welcome to Sussexful. I'm your host, Emma. Remember, audience, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Sussexful for truth, clarity, and real conversations that cut through the noise. Now, in today's video, we are going to witness something truly extraordinary. Brits are yelling on their knees as Jeremy Vine and James Max get absolutely silenced by brilliant women of color who refuse to let lies about Meghan Markle go unchallenged. And honestly, it's about time. Let's start with this nonsense about Meghan asking to be announced. Bring forward the person who said that, because Meghan was already a global icon long before the royal family. She doesn't need anyone announcing her presence. The claim is pure fiction, and it shows exactly how desperate the British media have become. And speaking of desperation, let's talk about the Daily Mail, or as many call it, the Daily Fail. They have no first-hand information about Meghan. None. Zero. Not one interview. Not one source actually in the room when Meghan does anything they claim she did. They literally read rumors from the British media echo chamber, a group of people who hate Meghan but pretend they're reporting the truth. And what's even funnier? Meghan has never given them access. She's made it clear she will never give statements to them again. So why do they obsess over her every single day? When they have full access to the royal rota and the entire royal family, including the king himself, the same king who takes over £1.4 billion in taxpayer money while giving nothing back? Why not report on that? The answer is simple. Meghan is an easier target, and they rely on hate for clicks. And let's set the record straight once and for all. Meghan is Her Royal Highness Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Her HRH was never removed. She and Harry simply agreed not to use it for business. Her Duchess title was gifted by Queen Elizabeth II and remains intact. So yes, if Meghan walks into a room and someone introduces her formally, the correct announcement is, Her Royal Highness Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Meanwhile, Dame Victoria Beckham can't even open her own door. And you know she'd expect an announcement too. But when it's Meghan? Suddenly, it's a problem. The double standards are exhausting. If Meghan ever lost her titles, which is nearly impossible under United Kingdom parliamentary law, she would become Her Royal Highness Princess Henry. So go ahead, take her titles. Meghan still wins. The British media and self-proclaimed royal experts need to stop embarrassing themselves. Meghan became Duchess of Sussex the moment Harry married her, the same way Diana became Princess Diana, and Kate became Princess Catherine. These are facts based on royal family protocol, publicly available on the royal family's own website. And let's not forget, as Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan are members of the House of Lords, recorded by the Parliamentary Archives as peerage holders. You cannot just remove a peerage because tabloids are throwing tantrums. So today, we're watching the truth hit the airwaves. As powerful, informed women shut down lies, racism, and misinformation live on national TV and radio. Stay tuned, because this is one video you do not want to miss. Addressing Meghan Markle's royal titles, despite the ongoing controversy surrounding Meghan Markle's royal titles, it is important to recognize that she is rightfully addressed as Her Royal Highness Duchess Meghan of Sussex. This title was bestowed upon her by Queen Elizabeth II as a wedding gift when Meghan married Prince Harry. While the couple later agreed not to use the HRH prefix for business purposes, Meghan's status as the Duchess of Sussex remains unchanged. Attempts by certain media outlets to diminish or question her proper title are unfounded and display a clear double standard, as other royals like Dame Victoria Beckham are routinely afforded the respect of their titles. Meghan has earned her place in the British royal family, and she should be addressed accordingly, regardless of the personal biases of her critics. The enduring significance of Meghan's titles, such as the Duchess of Sussex and Her Royal Highness Princess Meghan, are not merely symbolic honors bestowed upon her. They carry immense legal and political significance that cannot be easily revoked. As a member of the House of Lords, Meghan's ducal title is formally recorded in the Parliamentary Archives, granting her a seat and voice within the legislative body. Furthermore, the laws governing the British peerage system make it exceedingly difficult to strip a royal of their titles, even in the face of controversy. Meghan's status as Her Royal Highness Princess Meghan by virtue of her marriage to Prince Harry is also a permanent designation, one that affirms her place within the royal family hierarchy. These titles, though they may irk certain critics, represent Meghan's enduring connection to the monarchy and the power and prestige that comes with it, a reality that cannot be easily erased or denied. So, the criticism from some media commentators and so-called royal experts about addressing Meghan as Duchess Meghan is, honestly, pretty unfounded and just shows a clear double standard. Meghan's royal titles haven't been taken away, no matter what these folks might claim. Actually, other royals, like Victoria Beckham, are routinely addressed by their proper titles, and nobody seems to have an issue with that. This kind of selective outrage toward Meghan's use of her rightful title as the Duchess of Sussex really reeks of the biased and, frankly, discriminatory treatment she's faced. Meghan earned her royal titles through her marriage to Prince Harry, the same way Catherine did when she became the Duchess of Cambridge. There's just no valid reason she shouldn't be addressed accordingly, unless these critics are just looking to delegitimize and undermine Meghan's status within the royal family. Their hypocritical objections only serve to highlight the unfair scrutiny and disparagement Meghan has had to endure. Even though Meghan has decided not to give statements or interviews to certain British media outlets anymore, these publications still keep publishing negative stories about her, without any first-hand information, mind you. The British media's relentless criticism of Meghan is, honestly, a bit puzzling considering they have access to cover the entire royal family. Instead of focusing all their attention on Meghan, these outlets could easily choose to report more broadly on the activities and affairs of the Windsor family. But their apparent obsession with scrutinizing and maligning Meghan suggests there's an agenda at play that goes way beyond just informing the public. The way the British media treats Meghan really raises some troubling questions about the role of the press, the power dynamics within the royal institution, and, well, the potential for bias and prejudice to shape news coverage. The British public, honestly, deserves transparency and accountability from their royal family, especially since they're funded by taxpayer money. Yet, the media seems almost obsessed with criticizing Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, way more than they ever talk about the lavish spending or the pretty opaque dealings of the king himself. The public has a fundamental right to know how their money is being used by the monarchy, instead of having the spotlight constantly shifted to scrutinize just one individual. It's definitely time for the media to redirect its focus and actually provide the British people with the information they're entitled to about the actions and expenditures of the royal family as a whole. Before marrying into the royal family, Meghan had already established herself as a successful and accomplished woman in her own right. As an actress, activist, and philanthropist, she had built an impressive career and reputation long before joining the British monarchy. Meghan deserves to be addressed with the same respect and titles accorded to her as any other accomplished individual, regardless of her marital status. Her hard work and achievements shouldn't be diminished or overlooked just because she has taken on the role of Duchess. Meghan has earned the right to be recognized and respected for who she is, a driven, influential, and multifaceted woman who has made meaningful contributions to society. Media commentators really should strive to thoroughly research and understand the nuances of royal titles, protocols, and traditions before reporting on the royal family. Factual, impartial reporting is essential to avoid fueling negative narratives or fanning the flames of controversy, especially when it comes to public figures like the Duchess of Sussex. Rather than making assumptions or perpetuating unsubstantiated rumors, journalists have a responsibility to present information objectively and with integrity. Maintaining high standards of accuracy should be a top priority, since careless or biased reporting can have real consequences for the individuals involved. By prioritizing truth over sensationalism, the media can play a constructive role in informing the public about the royal family without unfairly targeting or misrepresenting its members. The relationship between the royal family and the public has been undergoing a profound transformation. Meghan's recent experiences have shone a harsh light on the need for greater transparency and accountability within the institution. As the role of the monarchy evolves to meet the demands of a changing society, it is clear that a more open and accountable approach is required. The public expects the royal family to reflect their values of inclusivity and compassion, and to be responsive to the concerns of all citizens, regardless of their background or status. This shift poses a significant challenge, but also presents an opportunity for the monarchy to reinvent itself and strengthen its connection with the people it serves. The treatment of Meghan Markle by the British media raises some serious questions about their integrity and the public's right to accurate information. Meghan should be addressed and respected according to her rightful royal titles. Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex. The media's attempts to discredit or diminish her status are not only disrespectful, but also reveal a troubling lack of journalistic ethics. The public deserves reporting that is fair, fact-based, and free from the kind of biased hostility that has often been directed at Meghan. Her royal titles are an established part of her identity, and the media's refusal to use them properly is a troubling affront to her dignity and the institution of the monarchy itself.